This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
Back in May 10th, 2022, the National Archives and Records Administration sent a letter to Donald Trump in an attempt to get back. Now we're learning 700 pages of classified documents, some of which were so sensitive, so highly classified that they couldn't be generally described in public. That's the level of classification of these documents. That's the seriousness. That's the level of grave implications that were faced by our national security infrastructure because of Donald Trump's possession of these documents. I'm going to read a paragraph from this letter, but I'm going to read from this Reuters article before I do. The headline: Agency identified 700 plus pages of classified records at Trump's home. The U.S. National Archives discovered more than 700 pages of classified documents at Donald Trump's Florida home, in addition to materials seized this month by FBI agents, according to a newly disclosed May letter the records agency sent to the Republican former president's attorney, ex-president. The large quantity of classified materials in 15 boxes recovered in January by the National Archives and Records Administration, some marked as top secret, provides more insight into what led to the FBI's court-authorized August 8th search of Trump's residence at Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach. The agency is responsible for preserving government records. The May 10th letter was sent by acting U.S. archivist Deborah Steidel-Wall to Trump attorney Evan Corcoran. It was released late on Monday by John Solomon, a conservative journalist who Trump authorized in June to access his presidential records. The National Archives posted a copy on its website on Tuesday, and that they list a little bit from this paragraph, but I want to read the full outlining of the part. Again, from the National Archives and Records Administration to Donald Trump, or Donald Trump's attorney. There are important national security interests in the FBI and others in the intelligence community getting access to these materials. According to the National Archives and Records Administration, among the materials in the boxes are over 100 documents with classification markings, comprising more than 700 pages. Some include the highest levels of classification, including special access program materials. Access to the materials is not only necessary for purposes of our ongoing criminal investigation, but the executive branch must also conduct an assessment of the potential damage resulting from the apparent manner in which these materials were stored and transported, and take any necessary remedial steps. Accordingly, we are seeking immediate access to these materials so as to facilitate the necessary assessments that need to be conducted within the executive branch. To the lawyer of Donald Trump, not the TV lawyer, the former federal prosecutor, from the National Archives and Records Administration. Going back to the Reuters article, the letter contains additional information about Trump's handling of classified materials and his efforts to delay federal officials from reviewing the documents, The letter shows that Trump's legal team repeatedly tried to stall the archives from letting the FBI and intelligence officials review the materials, saying he needed more time to determine if any of the records were covered by a doctrine called executive privilege that enables a president to shield some records. President Joe Biden's administration, specifically the Justice Department's Office of Legal Counsel, has determined that the materials were not covered by executive privilege. It found there is no precedent for a former president to shield records from a sitting president using executive privilege when the materials in question legally belong to the federal government, according to the letter. Even after Trump returned the 15 boxes to the archives, the Justice Department still suspected he had more classified materials. Listen, this question is not being asked enough in this situation. Why does Donald Trump want There is no need for him to have them, but why does he want them so desperately? This isn't because he has a collector's fetish, that he loves knickknacks, he loves memorabilia. There has to be something more sinister here. What is in his personal, likely financial interest that he continues to seek access and control of these highly sensitive, possibly nuclear secrets? What is it? And why does it not alarm the national security centrist focused Republican Party? Why don't they care about the safety and security of our country? Is it because it's a grift and they're liars and they don't really care? Yeah, I think that's pretty obvious. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. You can also email me, daily@dollemore.com. And as an aside, I'd love to have you follow me on social media. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, @Dollemore, all the way across the board. And if I do something for you that you appreciate, if I bring value to your day or to your week, I would really love it if you would consider, if you're in a financial position to do so. If you're on a fixed income, don't worry about it. I'm fine. The mission of the program is fine, but if you want to take part in it and it's an easy thing for you to do, click the join button. See what's involved in becoming a channel member. For $1.99 a month, just pennies a day, you can become a channel member, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. A lot is going on. This case is getting more and more hairy by the day. More and more details are being released, and Donald Trump is in great jeopardy. Who knew that this is the way we would see some glimmer of hope for consequence for Donald Trump? We always knew it would be by his own hand that he would be done in, if you will, metaphorically speaking. No violent intent. We all knew it, but who knew it would be something like this? Because this is serious. This is Espionage Act shit. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. And until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.